Hello there, this is Paul from Triskelion, and this video is about Red Mist Adventures. Red Mist Adventures is an adventure game for 1 to 5 players, available through the My Mini Factory platform via our company Tribes. It's $10 a month, and for your subscription you will be getting the digital files to play Red Mist Adventures at home. You can print all of the digital content for the printed materials, the rulebooks, the scenarios and the cards, but you can also 3D print the physical miniatures for yourselves. However, you can also use a code that you'll get your subscription on our Only Games section of the same platform to purchase any of the physical requirements that you may have. So if you don't 3D print miniatures yourselves, you can go and buy the miniature packs there. You can get them as packs and soon they'll be available individually as well. You can also buy all of the other printed materials too. There's a slightly longer delivery time on those, which is estimated to be 3 weeks, whereas the miniatures should take about 15 days to arrive. So when you're playing Red Mist Adventures, you're going to be going through battle arenas and fighting through hordes of enemies, and whilst you're doing so, you can explore and trigger various dungeon effects that are around you, which give narrative triggers, which starts to tell an unfolding story. As you play through battle arena after battle arena, you can start to level up your character, you can get upgrades, and you can just write them down as make a traditional sort of notes with pen and paper, or as time goes by we will be including increasing numbers of card decks so that you can start to tailor your gaming experience more to your preferences. So for example, if what you really like is to unlock more combat abilities for your characters, you can purchase war cards down the line. If you think that personality quirks and traits might be something that you feel would augment the game really well for you, then you'll be able to buy the traits deck. Then also you can spend gold that you pick up in the game between the scenarios in the campaign. So you play through all of the scenarios in maybe a 3-act play campaign, then you'll get a chance to go and spend your gold. And when you do that, you can put your character through some training so they can start to acquire talents. And so then you could purchase the talents deck, which would further enable you to tailor your character so that you get more and more individuality into the design and into the sort of the uniqueness of the roles that you play. And you further can tailor the game to your own tastes. There's also going to be a Twilight deck which will increase the options for the near-death experiences that can occur when your character is put out of action. So effectively, if you get taken out, any of your attributes get dropped to 0, you're eliminated in a scenario. So at the end of that scenario, if another player or the other players have managed to succeed in that game, you'll be making a roll to come back from the Twilight, and that's a will test. If you pass your will test, then that's fine. If you fail, it's quite likely that you'll lose an attribute. But you can instead draw a Twilight card if you have the Twilight deck option. And then for each additional Twilight card that you have, when you're next sent in the Twilight, coming back is one more difficult. However, if you make the roll, you take another card, and so on, until either you suffer the true death, or your character becomes so battered and beleaguered with weird things that have happened to them post-death, that or sort of near-death experience, that they can be quite strange and quirky individuals. Sometimes possessed by demons or spirits. Other times they might have had an encounter with an angelic messenger that tells them it's not their time yet, and as a result, they have a belief that they have been touched by the gods, and as a result are closer to divinity, and they have some great destiny in store. So their faith score might be permanently increased. Things like that can occur in the game. Then there will be a renown deck, which enables you to level up your character from bloodied to known man, to hero, and to legend status. And as you do that, you can then unlock the ability to purchase increasing number of cards, including those war cards, so you can pick up more and more combat abilities. And that is effectively how Red Mist Adventures becomes closer to what would be aligned with a role-playing game experience or a dungeon crawler experience. Whereas obviously in its origin state, it's battle arena after battle arena, and you're exploring these scenarios and these stories as you progress through play. So it does become a campaign element. Over the first year, we're looking at producing everything for the Rise of the Death Cults campaign, which will then continue on. And there's a prequel thing that we're going to be doing, which is Rage of the Necrostorm, that is what basically sets all of this stuff into motion. So we have a lot in store for Red Mist Adventures. It is exclusively available on My Mini Factory through our Tribes. And we hope that you will join us there and subscribe and enjoy this experience, because we can get the game to you so much quicker. Within a month of developing things, you can then have it in your homes and be playing it yourselves with no worries about lengthy delivery times, huge delays, shipping costs, and all of these kinds of things. Or, of course, the bugbear of the moment, the tariffs. Because they do have a US and a UK hub, so all of the stuff that they get shipped out, no matter where you are, is very much as cost effective as it can be. So that's really what we were thinking about when it was initially discussed a short while ago for this particular game. We did approach My Mini Factory originally about 18 months ago with the idea of putting a board game through their platform, but for one reason or another it didn't come off then. But we're returning to that now, and Red Mist Adventures is available now, and the Welcome Pack and the Crimson Cache, which is the first month's bunch of miniatures, that's available in Only Games, and very, very soon everything else is going to be up. So maybe even by the time you watch this, everything will be available. So we'll see you at Red Mist Adventures, and we hope that you enjoy the game. Thanks for listening.